Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from LovenStamps, and I'm excited to share a project with you featuring the Bonanza Buddies stamp set from the January through June mini catalog that Stampin' Up! Just came out with in January. And the project I'm going to share with you is a really fun designer series paper card, a DSP card base card, designer series paper DSP card base, which you can find as a hashtag. So it's hashtag DSP card base, all one word, and searchable for lots and lots of cool DSP card base ideas. But this one is a really sweet birthday card, good for friends and family of all ages. And I have a couple tips for you on stamping our sweet little koala. So go ahead and grab your coffee or whatever you're drinking right now, and I'll give you some tips. So let's get stamping. Who doesn't love a designer series paper card base, DSP card base design? Here is another. This is actually one of my favorites. So 4 inches by 12 inches, and then you're going to score it at 5.5 and 11. So that gives you a card base and a flap to flap over on the front, which helps to stabilize this whole card. The other thing that stabilizes this card in a big way is the layer that's going to go on the inside. But usually I like to stamp first so that if I make a terrible error, I can always flip it over and make a stamp on the back side so that I'm not wasting my cardstock. So let's go ahead and do that inside first. So I love this little greeting. I'm so glad it's your birthday so I can tell you how wonderful you are. Just happy. All right, and then a little present here, and then it needs a little bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp a sweet little bow on it. And then our insert is ready to go on the inside of our card. So go ahead and pop this in here, and you want to make sure when you score your paper that you think about which direction is going to be the front, so that your little birdies aren't like this on your card front. That would be a little bit sad. Okay, so we have our card base done, and the next thing we're going to do is decorate the front. So I have a tag here, and I'm going to loop a little bit of the Daffodil Delight ribbon into it. So I'm just going to cut a loop, and then you can do from the front or from the back. It doesn't really matter. But basically you're going to make a little loop and then put my ends through, and that way I have kind of a finished fun tag front here for our card. And this is die cut with the frame from the Bonanza dies, which are paired with this stamp set. So I'm going to grab my sheet of Stampin' Dimensionals, which are never far away because I use them all the time, and pop a few on the back here. The other thing that helps to stabilize this card is having sort of a mass of pieces on the front that really help to keep everything kind of a little bit more, a little stiffer. So, okay, so this tag on the front is really going to help to stabilize our card front, okay? All right, then I'm going to take a piece of designer series paper. This is die cut with the stitched shapes framelits, which I absolutely adore. They are hands down the framelits that I use the most often. So if you're trying to figure out, where to invest next in dies, that's where I would recommend. Okay, so this is going to go here, and then I have a square of Daffodil Delight cardstock that I'm going to go ahead and stamp. And I'm going to punch with a 1.5 inch circle punch. And when you place an order in my online store this month, you will of course get all the tutorials for the 4 projects that I'm featuring this month for Birthday Bonanza, and those tutorials have cutting directions and everything with them. And if your order is at least $50, then you will get supplies in the mail, so the cardstock and the embellishments and so forth. Just provide your own stamps and inks for 2 of the projects. So make sure you check out my online store for offerings there. Okay, so now we need a cute koala, right? So I'm going to grab a piece of Whisper White here, and I'm going to go ahead and use my basic black, my Memento Black, and ink up my little koala. And then I'm going to stamp him once on my, once for scratch paper, and then once for real, so that we have this light gray. Oh, and there's like a little, poor guy, he had a little something on his forehead. We'll get him cleaned up. Okay, so once for fake and then once for real. There we go. And then I'm going to go back with this little tiny stamp here and stamp it on his face. So he has a nose, and he's kind of like looking to the side there. Now, you might find it's easier to stamp your nose first and then stamp your koala. Let's see how that works for us. So we'll stamp off once. See, because here, when you stamp this now, you can easily see where the eyes and stuff should go when you're looking down in the bigger stamp. So either way, you're going to go ahead and die cut him. And I'm going to give us, in Grapefruit Grove, a little pom-pom hat. So I have my koala dies here and my hat die, and I'm going to go ahead and die cut these images. All right, and so through the magic of television, I have those pieces, and here is a tip for putting his hat on. It's not really big enough to put a dimensional connecting the koala and the hat unless you flip it over to the back side and then just put your dimensional right on the junction between the koala and the hat, so that will then hold both of those pieces on. So I'll add a second one here. And he is going to go right here on our card, waving a little happy hello. And he really needs a pom-pom. So if you tried to order the pom-poms right now, they are on back order. Not to worry, they will come eventually, so you'll get them. And the advantage of ordering them even when they're on back order is that you'll be kind of at the front of the line when it's time to get those. So I'm going to pop some multi-adhesive liquid glue on there, and then a pom-pom. And then remember, the glue, this glue is fabulous. It doesn't grab instantly though, so you're gonna wanna wait, give it some dry time there before you mess around with it too much. So there is our very fun birthday card. So let me show you a couple of the other designs that I'm gonna feature this month with the Birthday Bonanza stamps. So in addition to the DSP card base card, we have a pop-up card. So this one goes in the mail like this. And then we have a pop-up box card, which looks like this kind of from the front and stands on your table like this. So be sure to watch for that video. We have a fun tag card that uses a tag feature. This die is really, really flexible. You might not have realized. So be sure to watch this video for tips, a simple birthday, and then some tips on the presents. And then who doesn't love a gift card? So, oh, my gift card's gone. Somebody apparently loved a gift card, but this real simple gift card holder that features these cello bags in a different way. So be sure to watch more videos this month, and be sure to place an order in my online store so that you get all of the tutorials printable at home for these 4 projects, including the cutting designs and so forth. So LovenStamps.com, and I look forward to sharing more projects with you soon. Happy stamping!